Have you ever finished a movie and realized your entire understanding of a famous person had been flipped on its head? Biographical films have an incredible power. They don't just tell stories, they reshape perceptions. Uh, these films can rehabilitate villains, expose hidden truths, and offer intimate glimpses behind public personas. Let's explore some of the most impactful biopics that fundamentally altered how the world views their subjects. Tanya, dared to challenge the narrative surrounding figure skater Tanya Harding. And Margot Robbie's portrayal presented Harding not as a villain, but as a product of abuse and a victim of classism within the skating world. The film forced viewers to reconsider the harsh judgments passed on her, transforming a punchline into a complex and sympathetic character. The Social Network offered a compelling, if debated, look at the founding of Facebook. Jesse Eisenberg's Mark Zuckerberg was portrayed as socially awkward and ruthlessly ambitious. This depiction cemented a specific image of the tech mogul as an isolated genius, influencing how the public views the origins of social media. Bohemian Rhapsody reintroduced Freddie Mercury to a new generation. And Rami Malek's Oscar-winning performance highlighted Mercury's vulnerability and struggles alongside his flamboyant stage presence. The film revitalized interest in Queen and solidified Mercury's status as a cultural icon. Elvis explored the life of the king of rock and roll through a new lens. Austin Butler embodied Elvis Presley, but the film focused on the exploitative relationship with his manager, Colonel Tom Parker. This shifted the blame for Presley's decline away from his own choices and onto external pressures. Monster offered a harrowing look into the life of serial killer Eileen Wuornos, and Charlize Theron's transformative performance explored the trauma and abuse that contributed to Wuornos's crimes. The film complicated the narrative of a monster by revealing the broken human beneath the headlines. Richard Jewell told the story of the security guard wrongly vilified during the Olympic Park bombing, and the film detailed the devastating impact of the media and FBI's rush to judgment, firmly establishing Jewell's innocence and bravery. Malcolm X, 1992, presented a comprehensive portrait of the influential civil rights leader. Denzel Washington's performance dispelled misconceptions and highlighted Malcolm X's intellectual growth and evolution, solidifying his legacy in American history. The Iron Lady explored the life of Margaret Thatcher, focusing on the personal sacrifices made by the first female prime minister of the United Kingdom. The film attempted to humanize Thatcher, showcasing her vulnerability and isolation. Documents. Spencer delved into the internal anguish of Princess Diana during a suffocating Christmas at Sandringham. Kristen Stewart's portrayal depicted Diana as a woman on the verge of a breakdown, highlighting her struggle for autonomy. Um, and then the way that even though uh, Amadeus was forced to see who was completed Sound Jones in Mozart and Jones 7, who would um, the film presented Salieri as a jealous rival, framing him as the villain in Mozart's story. Despite historical evidence, Vice portrayed Dick Cheney as the true power behind the Bush administration. Christian Bale's performance presented Cheney as a calculated architect of modern geopolitical conflicts, solidifying a cynical view of his legacy. Straight Outta Compton humanized the members of NWA, contextualizing their aggressive lyrics as a response to police brutality and systemic oppression, reframing them as pioneers of free speech. The King's speech transformed the image of King George VI, showcasing his vulnerability and struggle with a stammer, revitalizing public affection for the monarch. Uh, um, Frost Nixon explored the complexities of Richard Nixon, presenting him as a flawed but intelligent man seeking redemption, offering a nuanced look at a figure often reduced to a caricature. The eyes of Tammy Faye reclaimed the legacy of televangelist Tammy Faye Baker, highlighting her compassion and inclusivity, revealing the sincere heart beneath the tabloid caricature. And Schindler's List brought the horrors of the Holocaust to a wide audience, cementing Oskar Schindler as a symbol of righteous courage and fundamentally shaping how the world understands this dark chapter in history. Um, Oppenheimer delved into the moral weight and political persecution faced by J. Robert Oppenheimer after creating the atomic bomb, restoring his status as a tragic and pivotal figure in modern history. Lawrence of Arabia mythologized T.E. T.E. who is good for anything because Lawrence presenting him as a complex figure torn between loyalties, defining the public perception of Lawrence for decades. Um, um, so, which biographical film changed your opinion of a historical figure? Let us know in the comments. With that said, thanks for watching. And until next time,